Hey friends, in this video, I'm going to show you Google Analytics if you are a new blogger. If you've never been in Google Analytics or are intimidated by all the numbers that you see, trust me, it is a lot of information, but I will show you the nitty gritty on what you should be tracking and why, the why behind it, okay? So if you already have Google Analytics set up, that's great. I'm going to walk you through it. If you do not, you'll need to YouTube some videos on how to install the Google Analytics tracker onto your site. There's a plugin called Header and Footer that I would recommend because you just grab the code that Google gives you and then place it into the Header and Footer plugin, and then your site should get going. It literally takes about 10 minutes to set up. So Google Analytics, what is it? It's basically a way to track all of the traffic that is coming to your site. If you set up Google Analytics correctly, you'll start seeing also information such as the demographics of the people that are visiting your site. So when you log on to Google Analytics, you'll come to this homepage, and there is a homepage that Google has already set up for you that you can see all this different information, including users, sessions, bounce rate, and it tells you how many days ago that was. So if I click here, I could do 90 days if I wanted to. And like I said, my mom's blog, which I'm showing you here, just started only a few weeks ago, and we've been heavily creating content, at least on a weekly basis, as much as we could during our side, basically anytime we had free time. So you can get a lot from this page, but what I like to do is actually go in and go to audiences here and go to overview. And then I can see like this bigger trend line here. And if I wanted to, there's on the right hand of the screen, you can see that you can change up like what dates you want to see. So I'm going to say the last 30 days, hit apply, and it'll change to the last 30 days. Okay. So if I wanted to see all the way back to 2018, which the site obviously didn't exist, I'm going to hit apply here. And you can see when we actually started the blog, it was in July, August-ish, and you can see the traffic that's going there. And so what this tells you is there's 174 users that had 289 sessions. So what a session is basically how many times did a user actually have a 30-minute session on your site. So let's say they opened your site, walked away, closed the browser, and then somehow got to your site again. That would count as 2 sessions, and number of sessions per user is 1.6. Typically, if you are focusing your blog on ensuring that you're getting a lot of organic traffic, typically this number will be between 1 and 2. But if you're like an authoritative site that people like love and know you and like drill deeper into your content because it's that good, then you might see 3 or 4. But on average, a blogger will typically see 1 to 2. Any number between 1 and 2 sessions per user. And honestly, a lot of the driving factors is when you go create a blog post and at the bottom you put a related post to it. That's typically how bloggers drive traffic to their other pages when they were found originally on a different key term. Page views are how many page views that have been seen for that site, and then the number of pages per session. So how many pages per session do they have? Okay, and then the bounce rate is how often do they bounce out of meaning like they go to your site and then bounce back to the Google search results. So that's what the bounce rate is. So that is audience, and that's typically what I look at, honestly. Another cool thing that you can see is the overview of the demographics. So the way that they pull up, there's no view because I don't think I turned this on, but there is a way to turn it on so that you can see like the ratio of females to male and geographics and all that. So let me see if I have any geolocation information in here. Okay, perfect. So if you wanted to see the locations, so some of them coming from Australia, India, I've got someone in Ethiopia looking at content, Spain, but it looks like a majority of my traffic is coming from the United States, which is typically, if that is your genre and you're trying to make money, that's typically where you want to focus your efforts in getting audiences from this side of the world. And so then you can go to acquisition, and then what acquisition is, how are you getting traffic? So if you're getting more than organic, or is it more people going directly to your site? Social. So if you're sharing on Facebook or Pinterest, and then referral is, I have no idea what referral is, but the top three are typically what I care about. And organic search versus social. I know that the goal obviously is to be seen by Google. And so you want to have people looking for key terms that then get landed on your site. So sometimes you want that number bigger, but what if like Google deranks you, right? Then like if your traffic is 80% because of one post, then your organic reach is dependent on Google surfacing your content. So then you're going to lose a lot of traffic. And so then there's some people I know also that get a lot of traffic from Pinterest, because Pinterest is a huge driver in getting people to blog posts. And so you don't want your traffic all to be from Pinterest too. So it's kind of like you want to have a happy medium of how many people go to organic versus social. And then the direct, typically these are like your fans. And if your fans are in love with your content, they know your content, they know your brand, that's typically when you see the direct numbers increase. Okay, so that's what that is. And then what I can do is look at like the different sources. So here I can see there's 81 from Google, there's Pinterest, there's Bing, DuckDuckGo. That is actually a new search engine, new-ish search engine that doesn't allow people to put cookies in there. So what that means is you can't track like their demographic information and all that, and that's like a completely like clean browser. And that's what, and I think we'll continue to see this number increase from DuckDuckGo. Okay, so then here, behavior, this is really cool. You can actually go to behavior, site contents, all pages, and then you can see like what pages people are landing on. So the about page was 58. That's probably me going in there and messing with her about page. But here's the noodle recipe, there's 50. There's this one about fish sauce, there's 40. So you can see like where people are actually going on your site. And then if you want to know landing pages, these are where people actually land with their content to your site. Okay, and then let me see if I can show you this entrance path. No. Okay, so then I'm going to show you the behavior flow. I think this is what, at least in my line of work, they call this a Sankey diagram. So it allows you to see the flow, and people get to this homepage, right? And they get to this next page and next page and next page. So you can kind of see how people are flowing to your site. So there's this like, what is ocean food? And then it goes, and then it just drops off, right? But then apparently people are going to this, our main page, and then their biggest interaction is, let me see here. Okay, ignore what I said. You can kind of see at a high level where your traffic's going. I don't use this very much, to be honest. Let's see. Yeah, I don't use this very much, to be honest. I honestly use this overview, and the reason why I use it is so that I can understand like per day what my traffic is, and I'll check this on a daily basis. I know this is kind of crazy, but I check it on a daily basis so that I can see if I'm actually increasing in the number of users. So right now, my mom's blog here is getting 2 to 3 visitors a day, and 6 is actually pretty high for her. And hopefully we'll see an uptick. And if I see 0 one day, that means there's something wrong. Either Google deranked me or something was going on. And that's why I would actually look at Google Analytics on a daily basis, just to make sure that everything is on the up and up. It only takes me 2 seconds. There is actually an app that you can also use, and it's really customizable so that you can like create a dashboard that has users, new users, page views, pages per session. The number that I am actually tracking on is this page views. The reason why is because I want to get to the magic number of 25,000 so that I can apply to an ad management company so that they can help me run ads on my site, which then in turn will make money. Okay, so page views is actually my metric that I'm tracking on. You might be tracking on the number of users because you want to, I don't know, sell from your email subscription list. You may want to I don't know, track on number of sessions because you want them to stay on longer. You got to figure out where your income source is or what your pathway to income is, and then use whatever session metric that you need to in order to drive yourself to do the work to get that number to increase. I hope that helps you give an idea of what you can look at here in Google Analytics. Oh, another thing that you would probably want to see is the real time. And it's kind of cool once you start getting traffic to your site, you'll actually start seeing people on your site. So it's really neat when you see like 1 or 2 people, and then you get to see they're right at that moment that you're looking at that. They're on your site, and it'll tell you where they are. So that's kind of neat, but that's not going to help you at all. Honestly, the metric I think most new bloggers will want to do is the number of page views and track on that and make sure that you're ticking up on that, and then also ensuring that you're ticking up on the organic reach. I hope that helps you guys. If you have any questions, feel free to drop a line below. But honestly, this is just a very high level overview. It's not very detailed. So if you guys are like bona fide true bloggers, you probably have other things that you look at, but at this moment, my goal is to let new bloggers understand what to look at in Google Analytics. And if you like videos like this, please subscribe and click on the bell notification icon so that you get a notification whenever I upload a new video. So if you have any questions, feel free to comment below. Thanks. Bye.